This is our 2008 R51 Pathfinder. I don't know why they call it that. It's like you tell me one. The rear window, check this out. If you have one of these and you've never figured out how to open it, there's a little handle right there that you're supposed to be able to pull, and it releases this, except when you pull mine, nothing. So, today, we're gonna head inside here. Odd hole skin's coming off. It really isn't too hard to do. We'll show you. And we're gonna see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. And here's what you should know. If you're watching this video thinking, oh man, I found a guy that knows exactly, no, never looked at it. No, what you found is a guy that's too silly to know that he probably shouldn't do it. And we're gonna give it a try. We might fix it and we might not. You just never know. All right, here we go. Okay, first, if you have this first aid kit, which I'm told a lot of people don't anymore, I didn't realize that they get lost easy. So if you've been trying to hunt that down, you know, to have a completely pristine stock rig, I'll sell you mine for $375.85 plus shipping. But you gotta take that off. There's a screw here. There's one there, and they gotta come out. So in my case, annoyingly, those are 7mm. You know, just because some kits don't have those. There's another 10mm, I already took it out in there. Pull this out. Once that's out, I need both hands, but we're just gonna work our way around and just pull these down. You can see all the little push ribbity things that are in there. And then I should be able just to push this up that way and it'll let go. And so I'm gonna get my second hand available here. I actually decided, I just pushed it up. I'm gonna let this hang right there. Dangerous, I know, because if it falls and breaks, I'll be mad. But I got another one in the parts store. And we're just gonna peel this down. It's just that gunky black stuff that nobody wants on them. I don't even know what that's called. It's kind of like acoustic in the construction industry, only it's not quite as messy. Because the handle we need to look at is right up in behind this. This cable is the release. If I pull this, I can release the window. It goes right up and it feeds right into, you can't see it, but up in there, which is what we want to get at. All right, have a look. I'm gonna pull the handle from the outside. I'm reaching up around and I'm pulling, and can you see what's moving? I think, for once in my auto repair life, I got fairly lucky. I think my cable housing just came out. Let's see if we can get in there. See right there, there's a retainer. The cable's beside it. I think it's supposed to route this way. There's a little groove that should pop right in, right there. Hopefully, if that works, we should be able to pull that and hear the window release. Here we go. Pull this and window release. Look at that. If you go out here, window works. Most repairs in my world are not that easy. But if you have a similar problem, check this out. Likely, I was expecting to find a broken cable. I have a spare one, so I keep a vehicle around. But for me, it was that simple. I hope it's that simple for you. We're gonna put a little fluid film in here on some, because you know, we're in here, why not? But the reason I make these videos is not because I'm some genius. In fact, I am the opposite of some auto repair genius. I don't know what I'm doing. I just had a guy that believed in me in my younger years when I couldn't afford to fix a car, and he said, you can probably do it. So this is just me saying, you can probably do it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know you, but probably. And if it works out, it didn't cost me anything. So give it a try. It's the reason I make them. So my kids can see what Dad was doing in the driveway someday when they're bored. And no, maybe they can do it too. Maybe you can too. Just a guy in a, you know, driveway or dirt floor shed giving it a go. All right, we're gonna put this back together. So if you've ever read a factory service manual, I find them annoying because they say things like, assembly is the opposite of disassembly, which I don't get, because for me, disassembly usually involves hammers and fire and impact guns and breaker bars and pipes and grumbling. And so assembly, I guess, is the opposite of that. But on this, it truly is the opposite of disassembly. We're just gonna hold it up in place. We're gonna line these things up. You can see the holes they line up with right above them. And we're just gonna work them back in place, pop everything back. So here we go. Should mention, if you're like me and you live in a cold climate, it's a job you really should attempt when it's -30 outside. It'll go really well. It won't. Everything will break. That's what'll happen. I think. It's back together. It's about 20 degrees here today. I live in Eastern Canada. Nothing broke. So it's just a 7mm here, a 7mm here. Put the pocket in and a 10mm bolt right there, and we're back together. Don't forget, if you're looking for a deal on a stock Nissan Pathfinder first aid kit, because you just want it to be vintage, I'll sell it to you for, how much did I say before? We're going with $567.82, but if that's more than I said last time, then I'll honor the first price. All right, and there you have it. We have a family of 6, so this vehicle, like, we use all the space in the seats and the stuff. That's why there's a thing on the roof. And I have found we have very much missed being able to open this window, because it's easier to stack stuff in here and not have it fall on the ground when you have the window. The other reason that I wanted to fix this is because it's just nice to have stuff work, you know? It's nice to walk up to your vehicle and go, look, it works. And it wasn't that hard. So this is a long-winded way to say you can probably do it. And if you're still listening, there was one more reason. I just needed a win, you know, because sometimes in the auto repair world, there just aren't a lot of those. I've got a project in the garage right now. And well, that's what I should be working on. But lest you think it's all sunshine and roses in the auto repair world. I'm sure you didn't think that, but this is what I'm looking at on this little Volkswagen Golf. And well, remember when I said that disassembly usually involves hammers and fire and bars and pipes and words, and that's where we're at on this project. We're just waiting on some parts, and this will be going back together, and maybe a video will hit the channel about that. The disassembly part was just too ugly to record. That's the honest to goodness truth. Like, just not allowed to have that on video because, well, it just was rough. You got one of these R51 Pathfinders, take care of it. They're gems, and they're running away from us, especially in salt belt areas. Look after it, it'll look after you. Have a good one.